All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great day. I actually wasn't even planning on making this video, but before we get into it, if you enjoy it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. But like I said, man, I wasn't planning on making this video at all. I was like maybe briefly going to comment on it. I was going to make a video about the signing, and now we're just going to kind of do a little bit of both. So actually, yeah, maybe you would have seen this video. But basically, I was watching YouTube, getting ready to make my videos for the day. I saw Swaggy kind of say that he didn't have the words to describe, in his opinion, people who think Mason Jones should have been waived. And I fall into that category. So it's kind of funny because I won't even say why it's funny, but basically, I want to kind of clear the air on my opinion because I've gotten some comments about it. And I think Mason Jones was just extremely overrated, and it's actually unbelievable how much a 22-year-old player could be overrated on a team where he barely played. Because if you are not a Rockets fan and you saw the news today, or if you saw Rockets Twitter yesterday and you saw that we waived Mason Jones, you would have thought that it literally was like a starting player on an NBA team because everybody was losing their minds. And before I comment further, I do want to just clear the air that I 100% agree somebody else should have gotten cut because we have two particular guys on, especially Dante Exum on an expiring contract. We have particular guys on this roster that do not play, particularly Dante Exum, who's never played for us. And they just shouldn't even be on the team in general. And I can think of two, and I know you guys can know who I'm talking about. So I'm not here to argue that. But I'm also not here to cry over spilled milk. Mason Jones was waived. That's just bottom line. That's what happened. Now it's kind of just time. I mean, you got to deal with that, bro. That's all you can do. Mason Jones played one good game. And I think it was unfair because he never really got consistent minutes, much like a lot of bench players on the Rockets. And in his limited minutes, he did not impress me at all. I've made videos about Jae'Sean Tate. I've made videos about Christian Wood. I've made videos about David Nwaba, Bruno Caboclo. I've made videos about all these young dudes, Kevin Porter Jr., before they even stepped on court for the Houston Rockets. I've made videos on these dudes saying this is what I think is going to happen. This is why I'm excited. I never made a video about Mason Jones, not because I don't think he has potential, but the dude never impressed me. He didn't impress me in his college highlights. Certainly don't impress me. I know he's a good basketball player. I'm not trying to say that. But I'm not saying this guy should be starting point guard for our team, which is what some Rockets fans were calling for in the second half of the season. And it's dude, this guy was not that good. And you can say he's not that good because he just doesn't have the talent. He never got consistent minutes. Wrong system. It's just too young. And I agree 100% that he should have been put back to the G League and Exum should have been waived, bro. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. And it is quite frustrating because it's why the hell is Dante Exum on the team? And then why the hell was he not waived for this? So, it's okay. We're not here to cry over spilled milk. I guarantee you it never would have been too big of an issue. It's just, especially with the season's been going on, I don't even know why Mason was on the team if he wasn't getting minutes. I bet if Dante Exum was healthy, he wouldn't have been getting any minutes. And now that Kevin's obviously healthy, that's why he got waived, because he wouldn't have gotten any minutes. Because if Exum was healthy, he would have been getting the minutes. Which is a crazy thought because Mason Jones is 22 years old and he should be more in tune with our future than a guy like Dante Exum who's not going to be on the team next year. Makes no sense. But the G League, we're done. So, or I shouldn't say we're done, but this is great because the move we made is we got Anthony Lamb. And Anthony Lamb, he went to Vermont, started all 4 years, America East Player of the Year in his junior and senior season. Like I said, 23 years old. He went undrafted. He's playing good, guys. He's 6'6". He can guard multiple positions. He's got a good three-point shot. He played I think 6 games with the Vipers, and he shot 42% from three. He averaged nearly 19 points per game. And this is going to be great. It really is, guys. I think this is somebody I would want to invest in more than Mason Jones. And it sucks because I really wanted to see what Mason Jones could do for our team. Not necessarily this year, like as far as actually helping us out, but I wanted to see what he had at the second half of the season. I wanted him to be on the team. So it absolutely sucks, but I just think that saying he shouldn't have been, like, just going out of your way to say this is like the dumbest thing the Rockets have done all season is just pretty beyond me, because he's not that good. He wasn't that good. He had loads of potential, which is what makes it so frustrating. And I'm not here to argue that it wasn't frustrating, but I am trying to just kind of reason with, like, don't get too upset. But Anthony Lamb, I'll make a video on Anthony Lamb because this is a guy you, like, genuinely should be excited about. And it's kind of the storyline with the Vipers the entire season. Not only Kevin Porter Jr., but Anthony Lamb, Amari Brooks, KJ, who got called up as well, Broderick Thomas before the Cavs picked him up. Like, we had a great G League team, probably the best one in my opinion. I know if we had the 8th seed or whatever, but I think we had the best G League team. I think Brooks will be called up. Lamb got called up right now, and KJ and Kevin got called up, and I'm just thrilled. I'm absolutely thrilled. I absolutely love it. The only downside pretty much has been just like the Mason Jones wave is relatively depressing, but signing Anthony Lamb, it's very great because he is very versatile. He's taller than PJ Tucker, which is great because why is he on the team still? So hopefully this means that they're going to start to sway away from the old heads, from the veterans like PJ Tucker, like Victor. Victor's not an old head, but he is like a veteran on our young-ass team. So hopefully they start to sway away from those guys, and maybe even Eric Gordon, maybe even John Wall. If you could find out a trade for him, I'll make a video about all this kind of stuff. But things are looking okay. Things are getting moved in motion. It's tough because a lot of Rockets fans haven't really necessarily liked the moves we've made recently, like getting rid of Boogie or just getting rid of Mason Jones. But I guarantee you guys things will start to turn up. Anthony Lamb is going to have impact on our team. And it's just something young. It's somebody young who's going to hopefully even help us lose more games. But it's just something to look forward to, a young player with potential to look forward to night in and night out. Hopefully he gets his minutes because he's going to be good. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll